Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Boss versus Coach. The journey has moved to another milestone. I remember a few months back me coming to you, telling you about the news of our book that was signed with Oakbridge. I also introduced to you Olivia, who became a partner in this journey. Uh, in Jan this year, we came to you to tell you about the news of the cover launch, and I'm very excited, in fact, super excited and super emotional to tell you that the book is now for release. The book has been placed on Amazon, and it's available for pre-orders. Please do place your orders, because Boss versus Coach is not about us, it's about all of us. And that's where the theme is. And I can assure you that some book inspires, some book makes you learn, but Boss versus Coach, this will transform. And this will definitely transform your inner sights, your aspects towards coaching. You make you a better leader and help you make so many others as a leaders for tomorrow. So do grab a copy, rock a copy, and Olivia, anything on the book?
Just really excited to see it come together, having gone through the final proofs. I'm so proud. I think we've done our very best. Hope people enjoy it, and would love to have feedback on what people think.
Absolutely. So, moving on to the show tonight, we are welcoming you all on a very exciting podcast on growth mindset. Mindset to me is all about how you see, how you behave. But it is also about how you want yourself to be seen. The difference between where you are and where you wish to go is mindset. We all know that there are two types of mindsets that prevail around the globe. Fixed mindset, where one believes that either I am good at something or I am not. However, as per Carol Dweck, growth mindset is where one believes that the abilities, skills, experience, and competence can be evolved, can be gained, can be developed over a period of time through continuous learning, passion, and efforts. Growth mindset is the topic for tonight. And as we are going to celebrate International Women's Day tomorrow, who best can be the speakers for this exciting topic than having three exceptional ladies, exceptional female coaches, exceptional aspiring female leaders. So please welcome Priya Jain, our first speaker for tonight. Priya is a midlife coach. Midlife coaching sounds very exciting, very interesting, and very unique. I personally was not aware of it a couple of weeks back until I met Priya, and I'm sure many of you will not be as well. So Priya will let you know about what she's doing as a midlife coach. The other speaker tonight is Arpita Maggon. Arpita Maggon is from Grant Thornton, and she is an risk and contracts professional, but an aspiring leader. Arpita worked closely with me, and that's why I'm confident that she'll become a leader very soon. And the third guest is, as usual, our friend, colleague, and coach and guide, Olivia Gad. So let's move on to the show. Priya, a quick round of introduction from your side, and let the viewers know about what you are doing in terms of midlife coaching.
Yeah. Thank you so much for such a lovely introduction. So, as mentioned by Mohit, I'm Priya Jain. I work as a midlife purpose coach, and my entire purpose of having started with this midlife coaching is to help people navigate their midlife challenges that comes around, that hits around 35 years plus, with clarity and confidence in personal and in their professional life. By working on their mindset and on their self-belief, because I find these two major factors where if we are able to handle it, to take charge of it, we can navigate the challenges. So, and especially in the midlife phase, when a person hits their midlife, it's very difficult for a person to understand, to gauge why such feelings of crisis hits them, the feeling of being stuck. Maybe it can be in their personal or professional life, but definitely everything can be worked out if with the right support structure and framework. So I help midlife professionals navigate their challenges with clarity and confidence through a structured format.
Thanks, Priya, for the introduction. Arpita, over to you.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Arpita Maggon, and I am working closely with Mohit in the risk and quality domain. I have a decade plus experience, and I've been a part of corporate since I started my career. Um, I see working in the domain is one thing, and then dealing with and working with people is another, and that's where my expertise is. uh, Taking care of the team, how to deal with them, how to manage people, and how to be a part of the team, being a team player. That's essential in today's world, and that's where my expertise and coaching would lie.
Thanks, Arpita. Thanks, Priya. So, just moving on with the show, Priya, what do you feel defines growth mindset in the actual world?
Yeah. So, nice question, because I believe that a growth mindset, everyone would have their own set of definitions, right? But basically, in nutshell, having a growth mindset defines as, what are you planning, like what is your next move. As I said, challenges keep coming, but if you are having a growth mindset, you will always look for solutions. How you think, how you feel about it is definitely going to impact your actions. If you're having a fixed mindset, you will definitely stop somewhere in between, or even in the start, that okay, something has some challenge I'm facing, and I'm being negative about it. This is how it is always been. So having these kind of thoughts portrays your fixed mindset. But if a person is having growth mindset, he or she will definitely look for solutions. What's next that I can do? I cannot, something that I can control, I can take action over there. And some things that I cannot control, I would not have any, control or power over there. So having a growth mindset really defines, what's the next move? What's the next step that you're allowing yourself to take towards your success or towards your progress?
Thank you, Priya, for such a nice understanding. And Olivia, over to you. What is your take on growth mindset?
Well, I loved what you were saying there, Priya. I think it was Henry Ford who said, whether you believe you can do it or you believe you can't, you're right. And, our own agency, our own ability to forge our own path is so important. And obviously, Carol Dweck spoke about growth mindset in terms of brain plasticity and the fact that we are never too old to learn. We can always develop ourselves, develop our skills, work on our beliefs, make our own choices. And I think it is easy for people to get into the space of a fixed mindset of just thinking, these are the cards I've been dealt, this is my life, I've just got to deal with this. And being an adult functioning human is only about choice. We can choose to be 100% responsible for our own fate. And it's easy to think other people have got all the cards, but we can do that. So I think a growth mindset is that belief. It's knowing that we have control over our own destiny. And I think that's a beautiful thing. It's then just, what do you do with it?
Absolutely. So, Arpita, what do you feel are the biggest signs of a fixed mindset, and how can someone break free of them?
So I believe getting stuck to a challenge and then not finding or navigating your way through it, that could be a sign, biggest sign of a fixed mindset. However, understanding the fast changing demands that are coming through our way, and making your way through it to find the outcome that's the desired outcome, that would reflect the growth mindset on the contrary. So setting your limitations already, while knowing there's so much more to achieve in order to grow in life, that would be another trait for fixed mindset. And how can we navigate through these is a work on yourself, and a belief in yourself that you can develop the abilities and the intelligence and the skills that you would require to uh, that uh, develop and create that outcome out of it. That's
So,
what I.
so Arpita mentioned about self-belief. Priya, how do you see self-awareness helping one in shifting of mindset from a fixed one to the growth mindset? How can self-awareness enable an individual?
Definitely, very, very valid question, because um, self-awareness is, I find it a very key element to first, being aware of your own thoughts. Okay, this is something that is happening to me. For some, okay, for someone who is aware, they will be able to take action towards it. Okay, and for someone who is not aware, whose self-awareness is, not that high, so he or she would not be able to take action towards it. So having a good self-awareness is a very good sign, and it shows that if you are aware of your own problems, you are definitely uh, thinking about the solutions, having a growth mindset. But only consider a situation where the person is not even aware, and the person is also having fixed mindset. So it is like the problem is double. But if a person is aware of it, he or she can take the required step, having a growth mindset in that area.
So, Olivia, self-awareness is the key. Uh, how to unlock this?
Big question, Mohit. I think Priya is absolutely right. There is something about self-awareness. I think a leader with a growth mindset is someone also who has humility, and is able to say, actually, I don't know how to do this. I need help. I need to grow in this area, or I just need to borrow someone else's skills. So I think that there's that, and that vulnerability of being able to say, I don't have the answers, so I need to go and seek them out. And so I think there is something really powerful about surrounding yourself with great people. It's what I've done today. So that you can actually lean on each other's insights and perspectives, rather than, I think the old picture of a leader was the person who had it all, could do it all, was in control of it all. And the modern leader isn't that person. Actually, self-awareness is a great start, but also then being able to reach out and ask for help, and not be ashamed by that, and not be troubled by it.
And how much of it is, Olivia, how much of it is in admitting to your failures and then working towards it? Because very often the biggest challenge that I see, especially with leaders, or I would say the bosses, is that they don't want to be seen admitting to their failures. They don't want to be seen admitting to their shortcomings. They don't want to be seen admitting to their weaknesses. And in order to hide those, they never let the ideas of growing on them, working on them come to them. And that, I think, is what Arpita said, that they get struck to their weaknesses, they get struck to their inabilities, and they never get to see the world beyond. So how do you see this, Olivia, as a roadblock in the path of growth mindset?
Well, it is critical, and I would say one of the great beliefs of great leaders is there isn't failure, there is only feedback. So when something goes wrong, it's teaching you about the situation. It's all a learning opportunity. And undoubtedly it was Einstein, although it was probably some other inventor, but I think it was Einstein who said, I don't fail, I just keep learning over and over again what doesn't work. And that is learning in itself. And so, if you think of Edison and the light bulb, they say he took 10,000 attempts at creating a light bulb. And if he had decided after 2 or 3, well, I'm a failure, I shouldn't do science anymore, he would never have invented it. But instead, every time he sat, reflected on what had gone well, what hadn't gone well, and moved forward. And that is only mindset. So if, as a leader, like I said before, it is about vulnerability and humility, being able to say, that didn't go as I planned, but what did happen? And we've talked before on other podcasts, leaning on strength. So what did I do well? So what do I need to change? And then we can experiment again and we can keep trying.
Sure. And Priya, how much of the impact of growth mindset do you believe can have in building teams, in building leaders for tomorrow, and creating a culture of coaches, moving away from the bosses era?
Of course, having a growth mindset is very crucial in having a good team and having a culture. Simply because a single person working towards growth, I believe, will not work. Having your team also moving towards those your growth will definitely help, and creating the entire structure and framework wherein we are working for the result towards having a growth mindset. And of course, a true leader is also someone who is having a growth mindset. So this definitely ek bolte hain ki having the growth culture in your entire organization definitely helps. Learning from your failures, learning from your setbacks, and also in today's date, I think that admitting about your mistakes is a leadership quality, is something that though people shy away, but there are also people who would like to clap for the admit that you have done. So all of these traits are surely speaks about how kind of mindset you are holding to, and it helps your team as well.
Thanks, Priya. Arpita, your take on this?
Right. So about the mistakes that we're talking about, it's only human to make mistakes, and then seeing them as opportunities is what the growth mindset talks about. And then that will also give you chances to learn, rather than looking at them as setbacks, and then not changing the path that you're at will give you the same results, and then the setbacks will always be on a repeat. And this kind of mindset will help you improve and become more resilient, that rather than complacent. And the culture that we've been talking about, that so people dwell on what they see around, and then and that's what the path leads to, right? So complacency is, if the culture is complacency, then missing targets is normal, leaving things on the back of your mind is fine, and forgetting a lot of activities is okay. But if you have somebody who's on their toes all through the day, and you're looking at them achieving and then overachieving the targets, it will also definitely impact the motivation that would come across along with the person who's doing that, right? So that's what I see from these discussions.
Thank you. So Priya, being a coach, and this is for Olivia, you as well, you being the renowned coaches in your field, how do you see coaching helping one in shifting away the mindset from the one of fixed to a growth mindset? How can coaching help that person?
Olivia, you would like to?
Oh, I can pick that up if you like, Priya. Yeah. I think for me, what coaching brings is possibility. It unlocks your potential by allowing you to see different perspectives. The most beautiful thing I find in coaching is when you're just really present with someone, and they're sitting there with their issue, their challenge, their thought, their opportunity. And they've been stuck in their thinking in their own mind. And just giving them your time, your attention, and really listening and allowing them to speak it out. Sometimes they can sit there and self-coach and figure it all out just by the benefit of your attention. And sometimes that isn't true, and we do get caught up in thought habits. So a coach being able to sit with you and check in on your assumptions, maybe ask you what you might have done 5 years ago, or where you'd like to be in 5 years, and just bring different perspectives in, asking really open, thoughtful questions that open up the thinking. And what a coach does, and I don't know if everyone knows this, but a coach doesn't help solve the problem. The coach helps the thinker to think, and they solve their problem. And when you do get to the point with a coach where they've asked you something and it really hits deep and you think, now I'm addressing the problem, and it is a wonderful feeling. And as a coach, it's beautiful to see someone hit that kind of aha moment when they come to life and you see their energy change. And that for me is the shift from being quite fixed, whether their mindset is generally fairly growth orientated. Sometimes we do get really fixed in our thinking at that moment where it breaks through the barrier and they go, I see possibility, I see potential. So that's my long-winded way of saying what a coach can do in this space. What about you, Priya?
Great share, profound share. I've learned a lot. So basically, I thoroughly believe that a coach can definitely help you see many unseen things that you haven't been able to see for yourself. Now that caters to your own belief system, at a point, when you feel that you doubt yourself. So a coach really helps you to see your potential. He believes in you before you can also believe on yourself. So that is so important. And showing you the roadmap with complete accountability, We talk only about the possibilities and the progress. So a coach can, make things simple, hold you for every small wins, and also, show you the way out, show you the solutions for any damn problem that you're facing. Now that can be, building your mindset, that can be dealing with your emotions, and that can be anything, about having any kind of limiting beliefs that is holding you back. Because just like, we hit a gym, we work on, we go for weight training. The purpose of weight training is like, building on our muscle mass, and we lose our fat loss. But, a coach does a similar kind of job, when he's working on your limiting beliefs that is holding you back. And he's empowering you to have belief on yourself so to such an extent that you make your way, you carve your way. So it is like from a disempowered person, probably whoever he or she is, feeling stuck in any area, but empowering him to take the required action. That is the role of a coach, to empower the coachee from where she is to making her reach to where she wants to go. So this is my take on a coach.
Thank you, Priya, Olivia. So insightful, and I wish we should be talking more and more. But yes, moving to the next round. So we have a rapid fire round, and I am going to throw some fire on you. So just try to save yourself and get me the responses very quickly. So the first one, Arpita, for you. What one word comes to your mind when you hear comfort zone?
Complacency.
Olivia?
2 words, not learning.
Priya?
For me, authentically, in discomfort also there is comfort. So this is what comes to my mind.
Priya, if growth mindset is an emoji, which emoji would you like it to resemble with?
A happy yay types emoji for growth mindset, and probably we should be having one.
Sure. Olivia?
Oh, I don't know about emojis, Mohit. You ask all these tricky social media questions. I would say, I think it's the one that goes like that. Hug. Open to the world.
Arpita?
A smiley with the stars in the eyes.
So, moving to Olivia. Olivia, what's the most funny excuse you have given to yourself for not trying something new?
Oh, goodness. I'm annoying on this because I basically try everything. I've done skydiving, stand-up comedy. I've done all of these things. What do I do if I don't want to do something? Oh, that's tough. That is really tough. I'll let the others answer and I'll think if I've got a story.
Okay, Priya.
One funny excuse that I've given for not doing something.
Yes.
Don't know whether it's funny, but maybe today it's not funny, but today I'm tired and I'll probably do that tomorrow. I give myself that kind of leisure. It's not funny though.
Yeah. Arpita?
Yeah, same here. I'll start tomorrow, or I'll start on this particular day and then move it to the next.
Probably
So,
that day the self-love journey starts more.
Absolutely. So, what's the worst growth mindset advice you have ever heard? Priya, Olivia?
Worst growth mindset advice.
I'm not sure I understand the question, actually.
So, did you ever heard any advice on growth mindset that you find funny?
Advice on growth mindset that I find funny. I'm not doing very well at quickfire today. I can't think of any advice I've heard on growth mindset that wasn't.
Okay, so I was told once, while I was aspiring to grow, I was told, I'm in a comfort zone here, so maybe you can look out accordingly somewhere else, because this is my place.
Yes. So, next, moving towards the last section of the show, Priya, Olivia, Arpita, anything you would like to tell to our viewers as to what they can do to cultivate growth mindset in themselves? What is the easiest steps? What are the quick things which they can pick and do to check if they are in a fixed zone, and if yes, how can they move to the growth mindset?
So I have my top 3 here. I would say embrace challenges, because anyways, even if you don't, they will come up. And then reach out for feedbacks. If you're starting somewhere or you're new at a place, unless you know from people around or anywhere who's looking at you from a distance, you will not know what's going right or wrong. And then not just celebrating success or celebrating efforts and normalizing that. Even if you're making one step progress, that would be enough for a day.
Thanks, Arpita. Priya?
Yeah, definitely nice share, Arpita. So for me, I really believe, first is like embrace your small wins. Generally, as humans, we are always we believe that we should have big targets and hit the big targets, but small wins does matter, and that is what gives you confidence, and that is what helps you keep going. So definitely embrace your small wins. Second is like keep patience, because building your growth mindset, it is like your mind muscle, you have to build on it. So do be patient with it, because it's not a like 2 days job. It is definitely slow and steady, but if you are persistent, if you're patient with it, you will definitely grow your mindset, and that will give you result. So your small wins and your patience and persistence, and yes, consistency. So I always tell my coaches that whatever you pick up in your life, pick up anything that you can, that you'll be able to be consistent enough. It's not about picking up 10 things in your life to do, okay, now I want to start working on this area, because that gets overwhelmed. So pick up any such 2 things or 1 thing that you are consistent with, and only when you are consistent, you have patience, you will move slow, you will have wins, and that will help you to reach somewhere, at least from where you are feeling stuck. So these are the small takeaways.
Olivia?
I love that. Both of you have come up with such lovely things. I think probably I would add to that we can always learn. We can always change, and only we can change us. So we have that choice. If we want to do something as humans, we have the capacity and the power. We may need a coach to bring it out of us, but we can change our circumstance. Even when we don't feel like we have the power, we do.
No, it's very insightful, and thank you, Priya, Olivia, and Arpita, for putting time on this show. I'm sure the viewers will be benefited to a greater extent, and they'll now have the understanding of growth mindset and how they can move toward developing one. For the viewers, if you have any queries, any questions for the panelists, please do reach out to us, or you can reach out to them directly, and they'll be happy to help you. And our book is about to be launched, so do book the copy. And towards the last of point of the show, I would like to end up saying that, don't, as Nelson Mandela has said, that don't judge me by my results, but by the effort I did in getting up every time I fell down. So I think this is how the story evolves around growth mindset, about leadership, about becoming what you want to be. So don't aim results, aim efforts, and the results will be there for you. On this note, thank you very much. Have a great day, and keep watching Boss vs. Coach. Thank you, Priya, for coming on the show. Thank you, Arpita, and thank you, Olivia, as usual. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Been brilliant. Bye.